Gul'dan versus Garrosh.
Victory or death! Your soul shall be mine!
I think I'm coining double 1-drop on 1. Definitely don't want the Mortal Coil, doesn't really find good targets against Warrior. Maybe I just play a single 1-drop on 1 and then coin Violet Illusionist. It's so bad against Fiery War Axe though. Maybe I don't even keep the Violet Illusionist. Feels so bad to build a deck around a 3-drop and then you can't justify keeping it in the opener. Well, 2 Flame Imps on turn 1 is pretty good. Even if he has the War Axe, it still costs him 9 life to clear these. And if he doesn't have the War Axe, he's in a lot of trouble here. Looks like he's probably in a lot of trouble here. Especially since I picked up the best 2-drop in my deck. Actually, maybe Wrathguard was better since he didn't have the War Axe. Let's go for Shifter Xeris, man. I'm not gonna go double Voidwalker next turn. I'd rather go Voidwalker tap, and I can already do that without choosing that Voidwalker, so may as well take Shifter Xeris and try to get something crazy. Oh, I could have played 3 Voidwalkers this turn. Guess I'll just play 1 though. Since I played 2 Defender Vargas and no Direwolf Alphas, I damaged the Flame Imp on the outside. Looking Mortal Coil plus Mounted Raptor here. The Mounted Raptor is actually pretty good. Or I can just Voidwalker Mortal Coil and tap. I think I'm playing the Mortal Coil 100% of the time this turn though, so I'll start with that. Okay, I'll just play the Mounted Raptor here. It's a pretty solid 3-drop. And then my next turn, on turn 5, I'm filled up with Pit Lord and Voidwalker.
I wield the power of Black.
Second Pit Lord. Possible that Dragon Warrior doesn't play Brawl, since the deck wants to be on board so often. But even if he brawls, it's not that bad. I still have Sylvanas and Rag in hand for late game.
For the Life Binder.
Actually, not a bad turn for him. We got the Dream Curve, Sylvanas into Violet Illusionist Pit Lord. I think I want to start by seeing what comes out of the Raptor. Not bad. And I think I am playing Sylvanas here. Do I trade 5-4 into 3-2? Or do I just punch him for 5, set him to 10? I guess I should send my guy into his. Makes it harder for him to kill Sylvanas. He just has Ravaging Ghoul here. Pretty bad for me.
This only works on the Superman.
Wombo combo.
Let none survive.
Have to send Sylvanas into that so he can't kill my Illusionist for free. So many defensive cards. I can just play Rag here. If I hit the taunt, I feel pretty good. If I miss the taunt, I feel pretty bad. I can Siphon Soul tap. If I tap into Argus, that would be really nice. Or Mortal Coil. I have 3 really good taps. Thing is, if I play Rag and it hits the 3/6, then he still has 12 armor and just shield slams Rag. I think I'm gonna tap, and then if I whiff... I guess now that I have stuff to play, I just play my stuff.
This only
His Twilight Guardian already had a lot of good trades. Or it already had a good trade, so it doesn't really matter that I give it another good trade. Well, this sucks. I guess I just trade into Chillmaw and play Ragnaros.
Look behind you.
I chipped down a lot of his armor, but he still has enough to hero power Shield Slam. I guess I could have just played Forbidden Ritual there.
For the life binder.
Possible his deck only plays one Ravaging Ghoul. I've seen people cutting one Ravaging Ghoul recently. And when you're playing this kind of dragon deck, you don't necessarily just have room for everything you want. Start with the tap. I think Peddler's worth playing here. I'm probably playing Forbidden Ritual, but I think playing Peddler first is definitely worth it. I think I like Dragon Egg, actually. I'm playing Forbidden Ritual here, so my biggest weakness is a Whirlwind effect, and the egg gives me some kind of counter to the Whirlwind effect. I don't know, I guess I don't actually have room on the board to summon a 2-1, but it leaves me with something on the board after it happens. Well, I guess I just play Jiraxxus and try to win the game with it.
You face Jiraxxus, Elenor, Lord of the Burning Legion.
I think I want to kill both of the Azure Drakes. And I think I'd rather have 2 1/1s than a 2/2, since he showed he didn't have a Whirlwind effect last turn. Gives me more stuff to reliably play Defender of Argus on. I have Siphon Soul if he just plays a huge threat here. If he tries to beat me down with weapons over the next few turns, I have Harrison. Probably can't play Wrathguard at this point. I'm a little bit surprised to see a Justicar in that deck. If I knew his list, I could make like an optimal play here. But since I don't know what he's playing, I don't know if I need to play around Grom, I don't know if I need to play around Brawl. I think I'm gonna taunt some stuff up.
My shield for Argus.
I think with 2 taunts on the board, I don't mind going down to 5 to clear the Justicar. Even if he brawls here, I'm still left with either... I mean, most likely I either have a taunt or a 6/6 at the end of this turn. And then I can just keep making 6/6s. Having Argus there was by far the worst result.
Put this apple on your head.
Can't play Wrathguard, because then he kills me with Shield Slam. Feels bad.
Let's reading dragon live.
Hellfire's a pretty bad pickup, but other than that, this turn is pretty good for me.
Once upon a time.
There's no dragon that he can get that deals damage to me, right? I hope. Alright, Harrison's pretty solid. Do I have to play Siphon Soul on a Ravaging Ghoul here? Maybe I just hero power Argus and ignore the Ravaging Ghoul? Let's say I hit him for 8 this turn. Sets him to 12, he goes up to 16. So I think just hitting him with Harrison and Weapon, and then Siphon Souling sets up lethal. This gives me 14 on board. Argus can burst for 2. Healing up to 5 prevents a Gromish lethal if it doesn't have an activator. Prevents him from drawing into Blackwing Corruptor. I think I've only seen one of those. Well, that's not good. Oh wait, that's actually lethal if he doesn't have a dragon. Is it lethal regardless? Yeah, because I can just play Argus. So this is lethal.
My shield for Argus.
Oh my god, I won that game. How did that happen?
Gul'dan versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
Your soul shall be mine.
Definitely don't keep Rag. Wrathguard into Violet Illusionist as the dream, because I can trade it in and not take damage. I probably really want a 1-drop against Tempo Mage. Maybe this deck just doesn't have enough 1-drops in it. I mean, there's a lot wrong with this deck other than not having enough 1-drops. I don't think Knife Juggler is a particularly good on-curve play. Let's keep the Dream Curve. Maybe I draw Pit Lord. Okay, I got a 1-drop anyway. Hopefully his turn 1 is Babbling Book, or I draw another 2-drop for the coin. I have to assume he's playing a 3-2 next turn. Voidwalker's really bad against that. Do I just coin out Knife Juggler?
So many possibilities.
I think I actually do like coin Knife Juggler. It contests a 3-2 better than a Voidwalker and just as well as a Wrathguard. Eats removal just as well as those. I guess it's worse against Arcane Explosion, or Arcane Blast. But he didn't have a 1-drop on turn 1, so he's not going to have a 1-drop to pair with the Arcane Blast, so I think I would have been fine with that.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Can't play my Illusionist into this. Probably tap Voidwalker, and then next turn is either going to be Hellfire or Illusionist Mortal Coil. Not really a good curve, but... Actually, maybe I just do nothing here. Then he plays whatever. I play Hellfire. Guess I feel kind of bad if he doesn't play anything. But if he doesn't play anything, then he's also just not playing anything, so... I guess I pass, try to get Hellfire value. Peddler's a nice pickup, something I can actually do. Nice, combo this with my Mortal Coil.
Job done.
Let's make magic.
Wow, he just chose not to play that on that one turn. Why? Can you really expect the Wrathguard deck to have 2 Hellfires in it? I think I'm actually just gonna Hellfire this. I have 2 in my hand. They're not particularly good in this matchup at this point, since he's apparently playing around them. And I had nothing else productive to do with my mana that turn. Violet Illusionist was really bad against the 3-2. Pretty good missiles for me. I don't really want to die to that Mana Worm, but I also don't think I can Siphon Soul a 1-drop. I think Sylvanas is too slow, so is this the Violet Illusionist turn?
This only works.
Seems like it.
Simple-minded.
He's probably going to Hero Power the Voidwalker and then send Mana Worm into my 4-3. Or he might just send Mana Worm to my face, I don't know. Depends how aggressive his hand is. But if he's hero powering this turn, he can't play Firelands Portal.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Seems like you should have played Flamewaker and Mirror Image before using his hero power. I think I like playing Argus here. Lets me kill off his 2 taunts and then have 2 taunts of my own to block those guys. I guess I start with Peddler. I guess I would rather taunt up the Peddler. Oh, does the Stone Tusk board change anything? Lets me kill off the Flamewaker. Did I do this wrong?
Look behind you.
Did I not buff the proper... I could have had a 4-1 taunt and a 3-1. I guess this is better against his hero power. Probably need to Siphon Soul the Water Elemental. Well, I guess I don't really need to. What does the Water Elemental do? It only does 3 damage. It's only useful for him if he has Arcane Blast for the taunt. I guess I don't need to play Siphon Soul on it. I think I'm gonna send Peddler into the Mana Worm and then just play Harrison and Imp Gang Boss.
Deal.
I mean, I can just trade into this, but I kinda want to get some damage in on him.
That belongs in a museum.
I do have to kill him before he draws into fireballs and stuff. That is 100% guaranteed to be a Pyroblast if he doesn't play it this turn. No Pyroblast, unlucky. Let's see if this is Vaporize or Ice Barrier or something. Okay. Oh, I actually have to kill the Babbling Book or I'm dead to Fireball.
I have no time for games.
I guess I will kill it. The hero power puts me in Fireball range too, but I can Siphon Soul something this turn. I'll Siphon Soul my Imp if I have to.
I wonder.
Pretty bad for me. Violet Illusionist is really good here. Lets me tap.
Only works on the simple-minded.
Can I afford to play Wrathguard here? It does apply the pressure that I need to kill him over a couple more turns. Is it really vulnerable to anything that my face isn't? I guess it lets Arcane Blast do face damage. It lets Arcane Missiles have twice the chance to hit face. Really bad against second Flame Strike. I think I just play it though. 6 damage on board just isn't enough. And if he plays a minion that I need to trade into, it's going to be on my turn. Oh, Shield Slam Wrathguard. The counter was actually the worst Yogg-Saron I've ever seen. The worst Yogg-Saron I've ever seen from an opponent. That's basically standard Yogg-Saron for me, it feels like. 1 damage off lethal. Can't really draw into it. I can draw into Argus. I can draw into Juggler, but I don't think I can play Juggler here. But I think I am fine tapping here instead of playing Earthen Ring Farseer. If I don't get lethal, I'm definitely... I was gonna say if I don't get lethal, I'm definitely playing Siphon Soul. But I have a 50-50 lethal here.
My pain.
Look behind you.
50-50 lethal. Even if I miss, I'm still not dead to Fireball.